Alright, what's up? Welcome to experience-based bodybuilding. And so in this video, we're going to figure out your caloric diet. And this is vital if you want to build strength. If you're looking to put on muscle mass, it's important to know how much and how much you don't need to consume. It's important, like if you want to lose weight, specifically fat, it's important we understand your nutrition. Alright? So in this video, we're going to find out your caloric diet. And your caloric diet is just the calories and the macros that make up them calories. We're gonna find the specific number of each. How many calories do you need to eat, along with the macros inside them calories to achieve your goals. And you see a conversion chart down there at the right hand side. Don't worry about that, you don't need to memorize it, but we will need those for later. So listen, I made a checklist so we can see the progress we make as we go through this hefty video. First things first, we need to understand your goal. What's your goal? What do you want to do? What are you looking to do? And then we need to find your maintenance calories. This will be the starting point. Without our starting point, we won't know how much we need to add or take away. And then if we want to gain muscle, if you're looking to gain muscle, these are the numbers you're going to have to hit. This will be what you have to do to calculate these numbers specifically and track them down. If you want to lose weight, these are the numbers you're going to have to hit. This is what you're going to have to do to track these numbers and write them down. And then I'm going to show you how to track these calories. How are you going to track your macros? Super easy. And then I have a food list at the end, that so you don't have to go and type like, how much of this do I need? How much of that do I need? I have a food list made out where it shows you some foods with good protein, carbs, and fats. So you don't have to do the whole like Google searching. All right. So first things first, understand your goal. What do you want to do? Are you looking to maintain weight, being a caloric maintenance? Are you looking just to cement muscle mass that you have? Do you want to gain weight, muscle? Are you looking to be in a caloric surplus? Do you want to lose weight? Do you want to shred off a few pounds, be in a caloric deficit? So after you understand your goal, we now need to find our maintenance calories. So your caloric maintenance is just the amount of calories you consume every day, or that you need to consume every day to stay at the body weight you're at right now. And so we have to find our BMR and then our true BMR. And your BMR will lead us to our true BMR, which our true BMR is our maintenance calories. And your BMR is just your basal metabolic rate. You don't have to memorize all these terms. I'm gonna let you know what they are. You do not need to memorize these. Your basal metabolic rate is just the number of calories your body burns naturally if you were at rest. So at the weight you're at the height you're at the age you're at, if you were to lay down all day, how many calories would your body burn to assist you in breathing, to pump the blood through your body? How many calories would you burn? So we're gonna find that number, and then you have to multiply that number by a number of your choice that you'll see on a chart to make up your true BMR, your maintenance calories. All right, so how do we find your BMR, right? You're like, oh, like tell me already. So listen, I got a link in the description. Click the link, it's gonna take you to a page. On the page, put in your height, your weight, your age, and then click BMR. Don't click calories needed, and then calculate. Boom. So I'm gonna use me as an example through this whole thing, so you can, like, if you need someone to look at like how it goes, you got me, right? So I got 1876. So now what am I gonna do with this number? This is just my BMR. It's not my true BMR. So to find our true BMR, to find our maintenance calories, we have to multiply our BMR by an activity multiplier. And so at the top you see right here, a BMR times 1.2 through 1.9 equals your maintenance calories. And so you can see it's a number of your choice, how you feel about it. It's all feel me thing. So if I were to choose 1.2, you can see that I have low intensity activities every day. So this means that I probably have like an office job. Why do I have to multiply my BMR by this number? Because whatever number you choose, that's the exercise, that's the motion, that's the expenditure of energy you go through, you feel like you go through on an estimated number every single day. And that is going to give you the best estimated amount of calories you burn every day doing your daily activities. And so for me, for example, I chose 1.6. So I'm like, I don't go 6 to 7 days. I go 6 days, but I don't go intense, but I go, right? So I'm going to choose 1.6. It's a feel me thing. So I times my BMR by 1.6. Boom, I got 3K. Those are now my maintenance calories. So now I got my starting points. Now I can kind of figure out what I want to do, if I want to build muscle, to build weight, what I want to do if I want to shred up, get a little bit leaner. I have a starting point. So now I can work with this number and fluctuate it. So first things first, what I'm going to go over, because we have our calories, now we need to find the macros in our calories. So with our maintenance calories, we need to adjust the calories, and then we have to find the macros in them calories that we adjusted in cahoots to our goal. All right, so but first of all, I'm gonna show you how to find the macros in your maintenance calories. If you're looking to maintain weight, try to cement the muscle mass you have, this is the time I'm gonna be talking about it. If you're looking to build weight, build muscle mass, find out your calories and the macros in them calories, this is the time I'm talking about it. If you're looking to lose weight, if you want to shred up a little bit, you're looking just to get a little bit leaner, this is the time I'm gonna be talking about it. All right, so first things first, don't let the math throw you off. So your maintenance calories, right? I have the calories, and I talked about it. I told you we're gonna find specific numbers and then the macros inside the numbers. So now we have the calories, we need to find the macros. So you can see I have pie charts right here. And these pie charts have been out for ages. Out when I first started, out probably before I started. They're scientifically proven. They're on bodybuilding.com. You can go pull them up anywhere. All right, so first of all, we need to understand what the pie chart means. So on the pie chart, it says 30 to 50% of my calories have to come from carbs. So 30 to 50% of my calories from my maintenance calories have to come from carbs. 30 to 50% of my protein, my calories have to come from protein. 15 to 25% of my calories have to come from fat. All right, so it's simple. Don't make it hard. So step one, listen, we have to find the percentages. What percentages we want. They give us between numbers. Obviously, the pie has to equal 100 at the end, these percentages. But they give us between numbers because everyone's different, right? Some people might be a little heavier than what they want when they're maintaining weight, so they can lower the carbs and try to lean up as they're doing this. It's a feel me thing, right? But these are the best numbers that can help you between the feel me thing. That the best numbers are going to help you get the best results. All right, so listen, so I chose 30% of my calories I want from protein, 45% of my calories I want from carbs, 25% of my calories I want from fat. All right, so step three, turn those percentages all into decimals. So I'm just going to do one. I'm just going to do protein real fast. I'm finding out my macros for protein. How many grams of protein do I need in my macros? That's what I'm figuring out. All right, so I changed my percentage into a decimal, and then all you do with those decimals, you times them by your maintenance calories. All right, and then boom, I got 900 calories for protein. So from this point on, don't let this confuse you. This is what we need the conversions at the top for. So just look at protein. For every gram of protein, we need 4 calories. All right, so what you do, you take your 900 calories of protein that you got from your maintenance calories and you divide them by 4 calories. The calories cancel out and you get left with protein. So you can see I need 225 grams of protein. Check it out. So now I know my calories. Now I know how many grams of protein I need in those calories. And you can figure out by yourself how many grams of carbs you need in them calories and how many grams of fat you need in them calories. But just make sure, look at the conversions. Calories divided by fat must be divided by 9 calories. Why? Because look at 1 gram of fat equals 9 calories. All right, so you want to build weight, right? You're looking to put on some muscle mass, some lean muscle mass. You want to get a little heavier, right? You might want to get a little bit stronger as well. Listen, this is what you have to do. You have to be in a caloric surplus. And a caloric surplus is just when you're consuming more calories than what you're burning. You're taking in more energy than what you're expending. How we find your caloric surplus is we just take your maintenance calories from your weight and we add 400 calories. Take your true BMR and add 400 calories. Boom, step one, done. Simple. I told you it was simple. Listen, so step two, now listen, we have a pie chart up at the right hand side. It's saying 40 to 60% of your calories have to come from carbs in your caloric surplus. 20 to 35% of your calories have to come from protein in your caloric surplus. 15 to 25% of your calories have to come from fat in your caloric surplus. All right, so step two, the pie chart was made. This pie chart is scientifically proven. It's on bodybuilding.com. I'm sure it's on a bunch of other websites. It's very valid. And it goes between numbers, right? Because everyone's different and it's another feel me thing. But you gotta, but listen, it's not gonna sway you wrong. But remember, it has to equal 100 in the pie chart. So I'm gonna do me first. I'm gonna do me. So listen, step two, I take my calories, right? And I understand, okay, how many calories do I want from protein? So I want 30% of my calories to come from protein. I want 50% of my calories to come from carbs. I want 20% of my calories to come from fat. All right, boom, easy. That equals 100, 30, 50, 80, 20, 100. All right, 100%. So now all you do is you take them percentages and you turn them into decimals. Why? So now we can use them as calculations. We can't use the percentages as calculations. We turn them into decimal. Now we can put them in a formula. So what you do is you take the decimal you took. Let's do fat because I did protein for my maintenance calories. So let's do fat. So I took 20% of my fat of calories I want from fat. I turned 20% into a decimal and I just times that by my maintenance calories. All right, boom, simple. I told you it was very simple. So now I have 680 calories from fat in my caloric surplus. So from this point on, don't let this get tricky. We have a conversion chart right here. And now see, look at, I had to divide the calories I got from fat by 9 calories to give me the amount of grams of protein I need of fat. Why? Because right here, for every gram of fat equals 9 calories. So we do the math, I have 76 grams of fat for my caloric surplus. Boom, simple, don't make it hard. And now look at, I have my calories, so I know I need 3,400 calories for my caloric surplus. I know I need 76 grams of fat from my caloric surplus. And then you can figure out grams of protein and grams of carbs yourself. All right, simple as that. All right, so you want to lose weight, right? You've been chubby, you kind of been chunky, you're like, all right, I just want to see some abs. I want to see something going on here, right? All right, so you came to the right place. Listen, so you need to be in a caloric deficit. So your caloric deficit is when you're burning more calories than what you're consuming. You're expending more energy than what you're putting in. That's caloric deficit. And so all you have to do is take your true BMR and subtract 400 calories. That easy. Boom. Don't make it hard. Listen, step 1, take your true BMR you just found and subtract 400 calories. So I got 2,600 calories. All right, so from this point, I have a pie chart right here in the right-hand top corner. So what I have to do is I have to understand this pie chart it's scientifically proven. It's all from bodybuilding.com. I'm sure it's on a bunch of other websites as well. So what this pie chart is saying is that 10 to 30% of my calories have to come from carbs in my caloric deficit. 40 to 50% of my calories have to come from protein in my caloric deficit. 30 to 40% of my calories have to come from fat in my caloric deficit. So what we do, and remember this, after you figure out the percentages, that have to equal 100, right? So step 2, 2,600 calories for my caloric deficit. In them 2,600 calories, I want 45% of my calories to come from protein. I want 25% of my calories to come from carbs. I want 30% of my calories to come from fat. All right, simple as that. Don't make it hard. It's very simple, very simple. So now from this point on, we have to now take them percentages and turn them into decimals. Why? Because if we don't, we won't be allowed to use them in calculations. We can't use a percentage in a calculation. We can use a decimal and a formula. All right, so I'm gonna do carbs. I did fat for my caloric surplus, and then I did protein for my caloric maintenance, but it's all the same thing. You'll do all the same thing. All right, so real fast, 25% of my calories had to come from carbs. Turn that 25% into a decimal, and then you times that by your caloric deficit calories. Boom, I get 650 calories from carbs. So from this point on, I have to take that number I got and I have to divide it by 4. Why? Because this conversion chart I was talking about at the beginning of the video, for every gram of carb equals 4 calories. So if I were to eat 1 gram of carb, I also just ate 4 calories. And so to do the calculations, listen, you have to take 650 calories, divide by 4 calories, the calories cancel out, and you get left with grams. So I need 163 grams of carbs for my caloric deficit. All right, it's simple. I know I need 2,600 calories. I know I need 163 grams of carbs from those calories, and then you can figure out protein and fat yourself. All right, simple as that. Don't make it hard. Let's get lean now. But now we're on to tracking calories. And so to track calories, all you have to do is download tracking app. You can download MyFitnessPal, that's the one I use. You can download Macro Factor, that's actually Jeff Nippard's new one he just came out with at least a month ago. You can download V-Shred, you probably heard of V-Shred, he's all over. And now all you have to do, like I'm gonna use MyFitnessPal for example, because I don't have the other two. We just came up with the macros we had. We just came up with the calories we have. Just put them in your goal. And then every single day, go to this diary, and then the foods you eat, plug them in the diary. Plug in what you eat for breakfast. You can scan, if you click on add, and then you go to the barcode at the top, you can scan the barcode on your food and put in the amount of servings you have, and it'll enter them for you. The macros, the calories, all of them. And that's how you track calories. Alright, so I hope you liked the video. I'm about to put some foods up that you can just take a screenshot of, that you can take a picture of, whatever you gotta do, and you can go to the supermarket today and you can get these foods. Alright, but that wraps it up. So I'll see you guys next time. Take care.